I'm here to introduce the Chief Creative Officer of Tribeca Enterprises, a friend of mine, Geoff Gilmore. He did something else before, but it escapes me. So I'd like to introduce the person who's going to introduce the recipient, Geoff Gilmore.
Hiya. First of all, let me congratulate this festival for really having, I think, the insight and the mindset to understand that both a Trailblazer Award and a Maverick Award is really what's necessary to help define and give visibility to the independent arena. Because as much as the art of independent film is, I think, something we need to celebrate, it's the producers of independent film who I think need recognition, and actually need recognition in many ways for what they've been able to accomplish, which is getting that hugely impossible task of making independent film. Ted Hope is a producer. It's hard to define what that is, and I'm not going to try. He's a remarkable producer. He's been responsible for 50-plus films, and he's the epitome of what an independent producer is. He has worked with filmmakers ranging from Hal Hartley to Ang Lee, from Todd Solondz to Michel Gondry, Todd Haynes, Nicole Holofcener. I don't know where to stop. He's been to Sundance so many times, I lost count. I read someplace it's like 20, and it's probably more than that. And he's indeed a voice in our community. He's an organizer. He's as universally respected and in some ways loved as any figure I can name to you in the independent film world. He has an absolutely sterling reputation. There's a lot of people I've heard nasty things about in my 20 years of running Sundance, and Ted's never been one of them. And yet he's aggressively political. He stands for something. He fights for things. He's creative, he's inventive, he's resolute, he's determined, and he's calm. And he's had not nearly the level of recognition that he deserves. He's a survivor, he can be tough. You have to be tough in this business. Need I name some names to tell you why? You're a producer and you get your film distributed by one of these bastards. You have to be tough. You have to understand how this is going to work. But he loves film. He loves film. He hasn't invented a system. He's made films. American Splendor, In the Bedroom, Trust, Laramie Project, The Savages, Human Nature, Adventureland, Happiness, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 21 Grams. Need I go on? He, by the way, has the record for the earliest submission to the Sundance Film Festival. He called me once in March. And he also has the record for the earliest acceptance, because I accepted it shortly thereafter. And he's never come to me, even though he's much deserved, to beg for a favor and ask me to put in a piece of shit. He's really opened up the realm of the possible for independent cinema, and that's what we need to talk about. He's an accomplished success. He's won awards, nominated for Oscars. He's a trailblazer because he's lived on the edge, because he's discovered and championed new talent, and he's worked to make the best films he possibly can as a producer. 3 times he won the Sundance Grand Jury Prize. I don't know anyone else who has done that. And I know for a fact, and this is kind of between us, that he's not afraid of camels. I'll tell you what that means someday. If your partners are a statement of who you are, he's had a long-term partnership with one of the men that's most respected in this business, James Seamus. He's been a long-term partner of another man who has been very, very much respected in this business, Anthony Bregman. And he's currently partnered with a woman, Ann Carey, who's enormously respected. He's worked with Christine Vachon, Mary Jane Skalski, and again, great names in our business, the definition of what our independent arena is. In short, he's worked tirelessly because he's passionate, because he cares about film, and he cares about filmmakers. He doesn't just defend the system of independent filmmaking, because the system of independent filmmaking is meaningless without really understanding what it defends, which is the films, the independent films that mean something differentiated from that system. And it's independent film that he's been at the forefront of trailblazing. He's an individual who defines why independent film is something to admire and to support. He is the epitome of someone who represents what makes independent film distinctive, original, and important. And it's really the greatest respect and pleasure that I get to present to Ted Hope the Trailblazer Award from the 2009 Woodstock Film Festival.